What if you decide to spoil the fun? I can't do anything about that. Now, can I? Come here. Extend your hands like this. Good. And now the other one. Perfect. I'm going to need you to outstretch your fingers. Yes, your fingers. I need them all to look like this. Excellent. No, I assure you, this will be the greatest experience you will ever have. It's an exhilarating experience. Pugsley himself has grown back 3 of his fingers since I've cut them off, and I assure you that I have a 8%, 7% rate of return when it comes to digits. So keep your fingers nice and extended for me, and I'm just going to... That's your favorite one? Well, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back, it was always yours to begin with. There we go. You have a little bit of blood. I'm going to collect it from my collection. No, I'm not really going to do anything with it. I just prefer to keep it around. Pugsley enjoys using it for his gags, so perhaps there might be some utility to it, but I mostly collect it for the sake of collecting it. I find that sometimes doing things for the sake of doing it has its own reward. I'm going to leave the middle ones. They will always be a reminder to the English, or to the French. Either one. Honestly, they want to pretend that they are one people now, but I'm like, the entire concept of middle fingers came because of your entire beef. Let us not forget. There we go. Just collect a little bit of that blood right there. You're doing so poorly. Screaming and crying. Do it right in my ear. No. I completely understand. You are cold with shock. Those quiet screams from nightmares. The inability to actually take control of your life. Take control of your safety. You are completely at the mercy of whatever creature might overwhelm your already limited capacities. I wish I was in your position right now. Are you familiar with electroshock therapy? They say that it helps with a great number of psychiatric maladies. It seems that your quiet shock might need a little bit of the electroshock. Just give me one moment to charge it up. It's charging. It's ready. Okay, just stay still for me. Stay still. Stay still. And did you feel that? It requires more. Bite down on this piece of metal. Bite down on it. Bite down on the piece of metal. Right there. And then here, have another one. I want the other piece of metal to go down into your throat. I want it to go down to the back of your throat. I want it to be like a little plate in the back of your throat, much like Lurch's metal plate in his skull. And I want you to just take another bite out of this little metal plate right here. This little metal plate, I want you to take a bite out of it. Take a bite. Keep it between your teeth. I've heard people swallow their tongues. I've seen people swallow their tongues. I've felt people swallow their tongues. the sensation of swallowing your tongue, I must admit. It makes you really appreciate oxygen. Now I'm just going to stay still. 1, 2, and okay. That one looked like it had a little more of an effect. Scream for me, Flipper. Are you okay with this gentleman screaming in your ear?
Oui.
Excellent. Scream in Flipper's ear. Right there. Right there. Scream in Flipper's ear. Flipper is very angry at you. Flipper is angered by the fact that you refuse to play with us. Perhaps your teeth are getting in the way of your screams. Nonetheless, smile wide for me, like this. Keep them open, otherwise I'm going to have to pry your lips apart. I told you I would have to pry your lips apart if you just wouldn't smile for me. Smile. If your heart is broken, smile. If you're blah 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 blah. Okay. Ready? Ooh. I'm gonna keep it very light. Very light. Very light. We'll do it a couple at a time. 1. The door. Let's do it again. Just a couple more. Just keeping it very light. Very light. Relax yourself. Soothe. Take a couple deep breaths. It'll all be over soon. On the door. Are you getting into the spirit of the game? Are you starting to feel the thrill? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? We only have a couple more to go. On. Keep staring at the hammer. Stare at the hammer's head. Stare at the hammer's head. I miss my hammerhead shark. Nero. Keep staring at the head of the hammer. Feels warm now, doesn't it? Tingly. Yeah. Feels like a sort of electricity in your face. Let's do it a couple more times. You have a couple more left. On the I'm just going to surgically impose these 2 wicks into your eyeballs, and I will be lighting them on fire while I collect your teeth into my personal collection. I'm going to just be putting these little wicks into your eyes. There we go. And now keep your eyes nice and open for me. I'm just going to embed them into your eyes a little better, so just keep your eyes nice and open for me. Just going to embed them a little bit, 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 embed them a little bit. Perfect. Let me cut the wick down a little bit more so that way it's not so long. Perfect. Let me get this other wick a little bit more too. Just right there. There we go. Okay. fun to walk around the world blind. So many people do it. And they seem to be so happy, at peace, confident, intelligent. They seem to be completely at ease. I want to see if perhaps you can attain some of that happiness. Now, permit me one moment as I collect your teeth. The ashes of Grandmama. I've seemed to have scattered them. No matter. She was, after all, a ghost in the end of the hall. She walks the hall over there. She's a ghost. She comes around 3 to 4 a.m. and she wanders around just for a little while. She tends to eat boiled raccoon stew. Now, I'm going to just be collecting your teeth and putting them into the little baggie. Just collecting them and putting them into the little baggie. Perfect. Some of these metal teeth of yours. And then more of these teeth. Perfect. And then just more of these teeth. Some of these. Perfect. Some of these. Perfect. Some of these. Perfect. Now I'm just going to put it to the side. Would you like me to release you now? It seems like going out. Don't fear. I shall now release you. The earth blindly. You may wander freely.